What do you think is more important? To view your world from a more positive way, or to view your world from a less negative way? Hi, my name is Nancy, and if you're new to my YouTube channel, I am going to be introducing you in all kinds of ways to how I view our 3D world, our human world, from that kind of energy frequency perspective. I'm a registered nurse, clairvoyant, and I have been working with the human energy field for over 30 years now. So I heard this question presented and I was like, oh, I know the answer to that. I know the answer. And so I just waited as this person was saying, this can be kind of challenging to think about and, and it might not be the answer you think. Anyway, the answer was to think less negatively. So I want to explain to you, kind of describe to you what I see in the human energy field when someone's pretty optimistic and they're pretty positive in their thinking. They always want to look at the sunny side of things. It's like, the glass is, what is it? The glass is half full? Yeah, the glass is half full, not half empty. I was like trying to think of that. But, are you in that category, or are you a little bit more on the skeptical side? You're going to question things. You're going to go, yeah, I don't even know why you're bothering to do that. It's not going to work out. I remember when I decided I was going to run like 5 miles in this little 5-mile running thing. And I remember my husband at the time said, I don't even know why you're bothering to do that, because you can't even run to the corner stop sign and back. It's like, that's that. There's just some people that just view the world in a very negative, critical way. And there are some people that view the world from a very positive way. So I'm going to explain both, and I'm going to try to create that visual for you. So let's say you're a human, and you are, and you've got this human energy field. So you've got this auric field that goes all around you. You also have chakras. You have energy centers. There can be light coming out of the different chakras. And so you can look bright and shiny and happy and positive and optimistic. So when someone is they want to be more positive and more positive and more positive and more positive, what it looks like in your auric field, there's a lot of gold all around the outside. And that golden light, that radiance, it can be 1 or 2 inches thick, it can be a foot thick, it might be 2 to 3 feet thick. I mean, you can have a lot of positivity, and that it can radiate out into the world, and you want your positivity to radiate out in the world. However, there's a problem. It's like icing on top of a cake. And let's say the cake is made of vegetables, or the cake is, it has too much salt in it, or, you forgot the sugar. But on the outside, the frosting makes the cake look very good, but the actual cake doesn't taste very good. So what I'm saying is that in the auric field, if you happen to come in to see me and you don't understand why you don't feel good, why am I sad, or why am I not happy? I'm the most optimistic person I know. I remember saying, I don't have a negative bone in my body. I'm just always happy, and I always want to look at the happy side of things. This is why I understand. And then I reached a day where my trying to be happy, or if I can put it this way, pretending to be happy no longer worked, because who I was on the inside started to kind of leak through that positivity. It started cracking through, and it got so full in my aura that all the positivity in the world did not help. Is there anybody kind of listening in that can relate to what I'm saying, where you just felt so happy and positive all the time, and then all of a sudden you just didn't feel so happy and positive. So that's how it looks in the energy field. So if you come in the office to see me, as a nurse, what I want to see is that beautiful light that's radiating outside of you. I want to move what's not so happy, joy on the inside. I want to move that out or help you ground it off so that beautiful light of who you are can come fully inside the chakras, fully inside your aura. You can embody your light, embody your optimism, embody your joy, embody your happiness. All right, so that's thinking more positively only adds, but it doesn't correct what's going on the inside. All right, so now, what does it look like to a clairvoyant when I am looking at the human energy field of somebody who tends to be pretty negative or critical? Like I said, you can't run to the corner stop sign and back. Like it's not viciously mean, but it's invalidating, it's undermining, it's critical, right? So if you're really critical or you think really critical, you think really negative, what happens over time is your literal skin starts to turn gray. So you get this gray patina about you. But energetically, often I will see around the eyes, it'll get really dark, like somebody's taken a dark marker and put big circles around the eyes. And so when people are looking at you or you're looking at yourself in the mirror, you start to see some really deep, dark circles. It's breaking through the physical field from the energetic field. The other thing is I'll see a lot of blackness around the mouth, or I'll see the tongue looks black. Now, if you look in the mirror, it doesn't look black, but in the energy field, it can look black. The other thing, when you're really negative or critical, it does look like, have you ever colored in a coloring book and then you want to take the black crayon and just make the color pop? So you put the black all around the outline, and you outline the skirt and the shirt and the shoes. So that's what it looks like in the energy field when you are negative and critical. So I had this client come in to see me. So let me just say, a lot of us carry criticism and negativity. A lot of us do. And we've suffered and struggled since, the last 10 years. It has been rough. It has been rough. You try to say one little thing and it's just like, whoa, there's all this negativity coming. Or you have a lot of negativity. It's just like you just can't see hope in the world anymore. So that's kind of where we are now. All right. So I had someone come into my office and they didn't feel good, and negativity doesn't feel good. It feels toxic. You're sick to your stomach. Your auric field is very contracted. Kind of think of a plump grape that dehydrates into a raisin. That's kind of what your energetic field looks like. So it's contracted, it's got wrinkles in it, you can't hardly breathe, you can't feel alive. Your chakras are very contracted, your organs are really contracted. You're just not going to feel good. And the beauty about that is that I can help the client, and a lot of healers can help the clients move that negative energy out, get the aura puffed back up again, get the client feeling better. But what can I not change? I can't change your stinking thinking. I can't be the one, when you leave after that and you start thinking negatively again, your aura is just going to start contracting again. So I had someone ask me, they said that they wanted to know if I could see cancer in their body. And so I had to tell them, as a psychic clairvoyant nurse, did you know that criticism and Cancer look exactly the same to me. I can't tell the difference. So you can be full of critical thinking, critical living, and somebody can have Cancer, and to me they look the same. So as a nurse, when I had that awareness, I realized that, so is it being negative? Does that cause Cancer? So it's just a theory. I don't know, because I got Cancer. And, I was diagnosed with Cancer 3 years ago, and I had to go through chemotherapy and radiation, and I don't consider myself a negative person. So we don't really know the answers to that. But ultimately, I can't tell the difference between negativity and Cancer. All right. But what Spirit told this person was, don't try to be happier. Don't try to be more optimistic. Don't try to be more positive. Just notice when you're being negative and stop it. I was just negative again. Oh, I was just negative again. Oh no, I was just negative again. Because what Spirit said, it's hard to know when you're being negative. It's hard to notice when you're being negative because we're so programmed. And even if you're not programmed that way, or if you're surrounded and you're bathing in negativity, then it's just going to seep into your aura. So what is the answer to the question that was asked? Is it better to be more optimistic and positive, or is it better to be less negative? And the answer is be less negative. Because once you can start to catch yourself when you're being negative and you nip it in the bud, don't say, oh, I hate how my ears look. They're too big for my head. It's like, no. It's like, oh, I'm starting to be critical again. Don't say, oh, I have beautiful ears. That's not going to cut it. Just notice when you're criticizing your ears and just stop it. Or if you're criticizing other people. Or guess what else I can't tell the difference of? I can't tell the difference clairvoyantly if you have somebody who's treating you negatively or you're treating yourself negatively. It's hard to see and sense whose negativity is it. So if you're surrounded by people who are projecting their negativity on you, you've got to say, hey, hold up. I have enough work to do to not be negative with myself, and I don't need your negativity. Or say, hey, let's sit down and have a conversation about this, and I'd like us to start practicing we don't have to be positive, let's just practice being less negative. So in your healthy auric energy field, you just want to be authentic. You just want to be normal. You just want to be yourself. Too much of the extreme of positive or too much in the extreme of negative is just not going to be healthy either way. So am I hope-filled? Yeah. Am I optimistic? Yes. Do I think positively? Yes. But I don't do it from a place of sugar sweetness anymore, if I can say it that way. I kind of embody it. It's like I can feel it in my bones. That's how I describe it. I can feel hope for our future. I can feel it in my bones. I'm feeling really good about this. I'm feeling it in my bones. See, it's a grounded way of being. So anyway, try being less negative. Try being less critical. Practice. Get really, really good at it. And before you know it, you're just feeling naturally hopeful again, and naturally optimistic, and naturally positive, where that golden light that's out here can finally move back into the core of who you are. All right. Hope that you have really enjoyed this, enjoyed my channel, enjoyed my education about the human energy field. Please subscribe to my channel or share it with others that you think might enjoy it. When you subscribe, don't forget to hit that button to get the reminder so you can be notified personally when I publish another teaching. All right, take care, everyone. I look forward to seeing you next time.